Well, yeah, before we hop into our part one today, which is going to be the film Ouija from 2014.
Yeah.
So a lot of people believe that this is some kind of ancient mystical thing that has been, passed down through generations. And one day it showed up in America.
Yeah, apparently when they opened up the first Target, it was already on shelves.
What? From the Kmart that used to be there?
It was always for sale.
This Target's been closed since 1986. So
It used to be a Circuit City.
so
Man getting bit by an alligator is strange.
Swallow this.
welcome back to Reasonably Afraid. Today's episode, we are talking about Ouija versus Talk to Me. Of
What
course,
do you mean to say?
What?
Oh, sorry.
God damn it. Immediately. That might be the fastest he's ever come in to just troll me.
And my name's Sean, by the way.
Yeah, there we go.
Well,
That's Zach.
There you go.
And then over there we have Ray.
What's up? It took us so long to get set up. Jesus Christ.
So today's episode, we're going to be talking about two movies that involve contacting the dead and then finding out why that's a terrible idea.
Contacting the dead via game.
In adolescence.
Via game. In adolescence.
Yeah. Contacting the dead, not a great idea in general, but especially in the form of
recreationally.
Recreational.
Yeah, we're gonna have to contact the get dead, make sure it's pharmaceutically.
Yeah.
Ages 8+ on this one, folks.
Yeah, you heard it here first. If you do it with pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, get a doctor to write it off.
Yeah, don't let toddlers put the Ouija board in their mouth.
So we'll be talking about both of these movies. We're going to start out with the film Ouija. We do want to say thank you so much to our Patreon members. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Thanks.
Appreciate you guys being with us. Go over to patreon.com if you're not there already to Reasonably Afraid. We got a lot of fun stuff. We just put our Terrifier episode. And then, of course, we got Alien and Beetlejuice.
Yeah, both bangers.
Yeah, a lot of fun, and everything's uncensored there. So some of the stuff we cut out of episodes, you can go there to see because sometimes we say stuff.
Yeah. It's not that we're problematic. It's, just we talk about horror movies. And
we talk about problematic issues from an unproblematic lens. So it's, we're actually the good ones in this situation.
It's mostly
we're the good guys.
It's mostly you're willing to give us the benefit of the doubt if you're paying for us because you like us. You're like, oh, they don't mean that in a bad way. Anyway,
we don't.
No, we don't. Exactly.
That's starting to piss me off that that's even a question.
As always, thank you to our highest paying tier member, Kelly. We appreciate you, Kelly.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And then the rest of you, step it up.
We appreciate you guys too. It's just if you pay $15, I got to say your name at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
And also when I forget, Kelly is mad about it, so she doesn't care. Anyway, welcome to the show. I hope you enjoyed our coverage of Halloween. Well, not the film Halloween. We already did that a while ago.
Yeah.
But our spooky month was insane.
It was insane.
I showed Sean last night the highlighted sections of what we've done already versus October. And it's like
October was so much.
It's almost exactly double.
Yeah. It's, oh my God, dude. It's like you go back to a veteran and you show them the casualties from the war they just were a part of. And it's like,
not even kind
I was
of
hungover the whole time.
No, and it's like, it's like a less extreme version of that. So, and it really gave me, I guess, some empathy towards the troops. I understand the struggle. Not directly, but I understand sort of the same ideas afterwards. Yeah. And I think we need to fund the VA more.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Thank you. And also, I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Vampires, werewolves, and zombies are exhausting. Oh, witches, I mean. Fuck.
I mean, we kind of covered.
Yeah, we did all of them.
Yeah,
Vampires,
right.
werewolves.
Well,
you said zombies. We didn't do
We
zombies.
didn't do zombies.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
we didn't
it
do
is.
zombies.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I want to see zombies, honestly. I've been waiting for that.
Okay. We'll do it next month. How about that?
Okay, deal.
Zombies are fun.
So I hope you enjoyed our coverage of all those movies. We had a lot of fun doing it. There's a ton of stuff if you haven't seen all of it, so we understand. I've had a couple people be like, "Hey, loving the show. Sorry, I'm a little backed up." And it's like, well, that's what happens when we put out double the stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we keep people entertained.
Yeah, we put like 2 months worth of like content out there.
Yeah.
In a month.
Yep.
You want to plug that in for me?
Yeah, I
Ouija.
think I about killed Ray with editing.
A Ouija.
At some point, I was just like, you're gonna have to fucking do this.
A Ouija. A Ouija. A Ouija. A Ouija. What? Why is it a Ouija? Or, I mean, that's how it's spelled, but why does everyone keep saying a Ouija?
Why do white people say a Ouija and black people say a Ouija?
and just remember who said that? A Puerto Rican.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's allowed to.
Yeah.
Sean, can you plug this
Hey,
in?
and
I think we got enough shit lately, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say sorry about what your people are going through. I think that's
Yeah,
terrible.
it's pretty rough.
Yeah. The hurricanes and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Hey, let's do the
Yeah, I hope
episode.
that's what we were thinking.
Nah, I mean, come on, whoa. Hey,
Yeah.
no, but so seriously, why do people call it a Ouija and a Ouija? Like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, before we hop into our part one today, which is going to be the film Ouija from 2014.
Yeah.
So a lot of people believe that this is some kind of ancient mystical thing that has been, passed down through generations. And one day it showed up in America.
Yeah, apparently when
Yeah.
they opened up the first Target, it was already on shelves.
What? From the Kmart that used to be there?
It was always for sale.
This Target's been closed since 1986. So
It used to be a Circuit City.
so for a very long time, these were just called spirit boards.
Sorry.
There's been variations of these throughout the centuries, but the Ouija board that you all know and love today, it was actually patented in 1890 by a guy named E.G. Bond. It was later bought several times over before someone else bought the patent in, I believe, in a few years after that. His name was Charles Kennard. Charles Kennard was the one who decided that he was going to mass produce these. And man, he really went for it, and he sold a bunch.
Wait, the guy's name was Ouija Bond?
No, what?
No, E.G.
The guy,
E.G. Bond.
E.G. Bond.
Actually, no, but that's close.
EJ
That is close.
EJ
I'll give you that.
EJ Bond.
Yeah.
EJ Bond sounds like a SoundCloud
E.G.
rapper.
Bond.
Oh yeah,
On.
it would be the
Fucking
least.
EJ Bond up on this bitch.
It would be the least
Sucking
mysterious
on the
thing.
dick, sucking on the cleat. Oh wait, has it been enough
Pouring
time?
out the spirits.
Oh, we were
It's
so.
been enough time.
Oh,
We're good.
okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It would be funny if like everybody's like, "How did it get named that?" And it's just the guy's last name.
Yeah.
No, but Charles Kennard is the one who just decided to mass produce and distribute these, and kind of got it into
Gave it that Mickey D's treatment.
yeah. That whole pump it full of chemicals. No. Well, what he did was he profited off of the backs of sad people that wanted to contact their dead loved ones.
That's a good market.
Oh, great market! If you wanna make some money, tell people you can talk to people who can't prove you're not talking to them. Did I say that right? Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
If you've seen my series on Halloween history, I briefly covered the American ghost story and spiritualism in the 1800s in America. Real quickly after the Civil War, 600,000 Americans died and never went home to their families.
After, not during.
Well, both.
Okay. It's like the war was bad, but the year after, dude.
Yeah, so nobody got to bury their loved ones, and then a lot of them got left on the battlefield, and people didn't get closure, and so they wanted closure. And spiritualism was, especially in rural areas of the United States, spiritualism had kind of popped, and people became interested in different ways to contact the dead, but they were all mostly Protestant Christians.
Yeah.
So they couldn't do things they considered to be witchcraft. So the people who were promoting these ideas like palm reading and tarot cards and Ouija boards, the way they were,
Well, Vichis.
yeah,
Wait, what?
I don't know. I just said yes so he'd stop.
That's fair.
Well, the way that they did that was they started to incorporate it into Christian teachings.
Yeah.
So they basically found a way to, like, you know, they would explain it away. They go, no. Like, if you really think about it, God meant this. And then, like, it allowed them to bring in things like Ouija boards. So,
in the name of the Father and the Son and the Ouija board.
so that really carried over, far past just right after the Civil War. So when they started to have these different spiritual mediums coming through and stuff like that, but they were incorporating Christ into it, it really wasn't seen as like dark arts, like witchcraft, magic stuff. Like to them, it was just like another way to like be spiritual in their Christianity. And so when this guy mass produced these boards, it hadn't been seen as like a evil thing again yet. It was still, we were still in the 1890s. We were still in that like spiritualist revival in the United States where anything you could tell people like the I would say the late 1800s on to the turn of the century, before like the Industrial Revolution really turned everything into the modern day. People fell for stuff like, I mean, they still do.
Yeah.
It's happening right now, but
But probably more often. That's valid, dude. If I didn't have Google, I would fall for a lot more shit.
Yeah.
Honestly. Honestly, you
I
said
mean, I fall
earlier,
for
you
shit
were
all the
like,
time.
yeah, dude, literally earlier he was like, there's a band called Jesus Fetus.
Oh, yeah.
no, I said I was in the band.
You were in the
Yeah.
band Jesus Fetus.
which is true.
No, it's not. I found that out. 'cause
Almost
he
got
told
him
me.
again.
Yeah, I
Remember that
paused.
week I bought Ashwagandha?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just sitting in the cabinet.
Isn't it called ashwagandha?
Is it ashwagandha? Yeah,
know.
that's what I bought.
Wait, but you didn't have even answered. So this guy mass produces them.
Yeah.
Where they call the Ouija this whole time.
So he's the one that gave it that official name. So when we refer to a Ouija board, it's like how Kleenex and Band-Aid is a
It's all
company
about
name.
Charles.
Tissue is what a Kleenex is, right? But Kleenex is a brand name. So Ouija was the name he gave.
And it was never
spirit
called
board.
Ouija.
Correct. It's,
Why do we call it
Windex.
Ouija? Where did that come from?
It's been pronounced Ouija enough times that it's considered acceptable. But when it first came out, the pronunciation would have been
Ouija.
properly Ouija. Yeah. And of course,
Would you believe it?
Yeah.
Would you fucking wow?
as anybody,
I'm done.
yeah.
All right.
As anybody does when you got to sell something, you give like a mysterious air to it so people will buy it. So he told everybody when they asked him, how did he get the name? Instead of saying, it's kind of bullshit, or oui in French means yes, and ja and ja in German, and I combined them to sound like you're saying yes. That's like one of the many things where people think that's where he got the name. He told everybody that the board named itself. He was like, we put our hands on it, and it was like, and we said, "What's your name?" And then it spelled a bunch of random letters.
This guy is good.
Here's the thing: I don't
like
believe
that.
him. I think it really did name itself in the sense that they all put their hands on it, and it just randomly went through those letters because they were like pushing.
Yeah, but maybe
Because
they
it
could have
doesn't make
faked
any
it.
sense.
I think they definitely did it anyways, just to like check the box and be like, let's go for the French and then the German, and it's done. Now nobody can prove us wrong.
Well, the problem with patenting this and then buying the patent and mass producing it as a game so that people would buy more of them and say, hey, don't worry, it's not demonic. It's this way to contact the dead, but it's also like kind of a game. You can play games with the dead. Hooray. The problem with that is when you make a game, the government taxes it. Not just,
That's why he's got to go religion.
Yeah, it should have gone religion. Could have done it.
Charles Adolphus.
Could have made it the
Fucking
Church
idiot.
of Ouija.
Ouija.
Would have been in there.
Idiot.
But
Peace be Ouija.
the IRS decided. Peace be Ouija. It's amazing how many tie-ins
And
he's got.
also
to
Ouija.
Anyway, so the history of the Ouija board is pretty just blatantly just
Cool.
the standard thing. You know, somebody's trying to make some money and they convince a bunch of people to believe some bullshit.
Yeah.
As covered in our first episode ever.
I'd like to see
Amityville Horror.
Twister do that. Fucking probably boring backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just some people trying to help everybody by explaining tornadoes.
If you put your hands on the right
that what it
circles.
yeah.
I think it was just some dude trying to fuck.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. No. This
He was
one.
like, no,
ghost?
you got to put,
Trying to ghost fuck?
Twister.
Yeah. He's like, He's like,
Yeah,
you
this
put
is
your
a
right
dude-
hand on red, and you might be able to talk to your granddad. He's like, right behind you.
Yeah, if there's anything we've learned from these two movies, it's two things. Don't trust ghosts because they're not who they say they are. 'cause
But
they're
also don't
fucking-
trust salesmen.
Yeah, because ghosts are almost as bad as salesmen. You know, actually, they're pretty similar. That's the other one. Ghosts want fuck.
They do.
Ghosts are
They
horny,
do.
dog.
They're
Ghosts
horny.
are so horny.
They weren't horny in a Ouija.
No, but I think that's just because they wanted to keep it PG-13.
A Ouija. Wow, what a terrible movie. Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, well, first of all, let me just say the premise, it's already shit. I'm sorry.
Before we hop into our actual critique of it and fun facts and all, why don't you, just in case you haven't seen it in a little while,
Yeah.
we're assuming you've seen this, of course, spoilers as always. Why would you listen to a movie podcast if you haven't seen it? Unless you need cliff notes. So would you mind going over for the audience, just give them a little recap?
Oh, not at all. You're welcome, guys. It's okay. The premise. I mean, you can probably assume by the name of Ouija. Yeah, it's a movie about the game Ouija. And you have to consider the context when you're talking about this movie because it's like, you know, you grow up and you're like, oh my God, the demons and stuff. And then you're like, wait, this is Soul at Target? Literally, they make a movie about this game and it's supposed to be all scary. But it's like, dude, this is a game.
Yeah, and Hasbro owns it.
Yeah, and Hasbro
Owns the rights.
They own it. Mm-hmm. That corporation, and it's like the movie. At the beginning, this girl is like a big time Ouija player. I think she's like semi-professional. And she dies.
Semi-professional.
She dies. She kills herself. Spoiler alert. And then boom, a Ouija flashes. And then the whole movie is her best friend trying to talk to her and get some closure with her other friends. And when they do that, you know, they don't play by the rules or something, you know, I don't know. They don't really describe it. It kind of I was getting visible. I was frustrated. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
They don't do a lot of explaining.
Yeah,
Dude.
they don't explain a lot. They did something wrong, so the board is awakened. They start dying one by one. You find out that it's in the same house that girl that killed herself that she grew up in. That was the house that this mom was rude to her daughters, and you're like, oh my God, the mom's doing this. She's killing us from the board. And then it turns out, wait a second, the mom was actually good and one of the daughters was bad. And you were tricked by the other daughter who's still alive in the psych ward. And she's like, gotcha, fucker. And then it's like, wait, but how did you kill the first girl? Because she tricks them and they release the spirit, but it's like someone already died before they released the spirit. And it's like, well, then how did that first person die? You know, I'm getting off track, but the point is that they eventually go back and they free all the spirits out of the undead evil twin or something, the ghost, by playing a Ouija with her. It all comes full circle. And you're like, oh my God, maybe I should buy an Ouija board.
Yeah.
This was a really bad commercial.
It was a really bad hour-and-a-half commercial.
I mean,
It was
honestly,
a bad advertisement. If anything, it was an anti-Ouija board.
Yeah, maybe
it
they
was
were
pro.
anti. Who did Hasbro like have anything to do with this?
I think they knew that this is actually their first horror production in terms of movie productions.
Oh, so they were a part of this.
Yeah.
that
Well, I
makes
mean, you know, in terms of like allowing them to use the name. But also,
was Transformers money not enough for you?
No. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
yeah, they were like, you know what? We were really successful. Throw some money at some garbage. Well, as Sean mentioned, a lot of that ending doesn't make any sense and seems pretty convoluted.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking that to yourself out there, you'd be right because that's accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not good.
The reason why is because they shot that movie without the evil mom and sister in the psych ward part.
What?
So yeah, so the initial film, I haven't seen the deleted scenes, but whatever they had was enough to make it an hour and a half without that stuff.
Really?
So whatever they deleted was in a way to pigeonhole that stuff in there because what happened was, as especially in terms of some of the less good Blumhouse movies and Michael Bay Productions, which both of these are producers of this film, they did reshoots after showing test audiences the version where it's just the one evil girl. Right. And the whole thing is, so it means the first version of this was straightforward. It was like, that's the bad person. Do this to stop them. And they're like, got it. And then they do.
So what? Oh, when, because there's a moment where they're going like, "Are you Deborah, their dead friend?" And then she's like, "No." Or at first she's like, "Yes," and then the guy's like, "Yeah, but remember when we went on our first date? Remember when this happened?" She's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Fucking liar. We never did that. We never did that."
Well, that part's all in there, but it's not. I think that part's all in there, but they had to change the.
Yeah, they go, I'm actually DZ. That's the big reveal.
Right, yeah.
DZ was the girl, and then that's it.
Right. So
I mean, it's still kind of dumb, though.
Oh, it's still dumb. It's still bad. That's why it tested bad with audiences.
They're like, I know how we fix it.
Yeah.
We confuse them to the point where they forget. They don't realize how dumb it is, right?
Yeah.
That'll work.
So they did reshoots on this film so everything that talks about the mom and everything that talks about the sister was essentially reshot, including especially casting that classic actress who is like the biggest name in this movie by far.
Yeah.
She's been in a million things. They cast her at the last minute to come in and give it not only some legitimacy, but also to try and make the story make sense and somehow made it more convoluted.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need a little oomph. That'll distract them. Bring the teacher from Nightmare on Elm Street and that'll make everybody forget about how nonsense this story is.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous, dude. Her name is, Lynn Shay. And she has been in so much stuff, but I just wanted to tell you guys her first movie credit, just to show you the difference between 1975 when she started and now. Mm-hmm. Her first movie is called Hester Street, and it's from 1975, and her character is called Whore.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Which is like, I mean, I guess you could still do that now, but it just doesn't seem likely.
Yeah, it's too on the nose because it's a horror movie, right? Well, I don't get it though. What the hell? What kind of character?
Was it a horror movie?
No, he was just saying.
He's just
horror.
saying that because he's trying to say whore.
No, wait, what? Wait, what? What was her name?
Lynn Shay.
No, yeah, and the character.
The character's name was whore.
Yeah, it's a horror podcast.
Go ahead and check this off.
Why? Is it something else? Why? Is it something else? I don't really know one of those words, dude.
So most of this audience would know her as a teacher from Nightmare on Elm Street. She's also was in Critters 1 and 2. She was in There's Something About Mary. She's in one of my favorite spoof movies ever called Loaded Weapon, which is like a spoof of Lethal Weapon movies that no one really remembers, but it's so good, so funny.
I never heard of it.
She's in New Nightmare, Dumb and Dumber. I mean, she's in the Insidious series.
Oh yeah. Okay, I think that's where I recognize her from.
Yeah. So God bless her for making this movie have just any ounce of legitimacy. that besides the distribution, I think she might have been, because Universal distributed this. Blumhouse was the production company. But besides that, she might be the only piece of this that made it like even remotely
salvageable.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but she shouldn't do that. It shouldn't have been salvaged.
Don't enable them.
No, I think it was a bad idea from the start. I think the movie and the board game they fit each other well. They deserve each other.
Yeah.
I hope you are happy.
It's also
Hasbro.
like not a game. Like you can't win Ouija.
Yeah,
No.
there's no real mechanics.
Well, you
Like-
can technically, if you're the guy who's like fucking moving the thing,
Yeah.
just tell it what it wants. Yeah, I mean, and nobody realizes it's you, like, and you're the one spelling it out. You kind of won.
Yeah, you can
You kind
convince
of won.
everyone.
I feel like you kind of you
like
played.
gaslighting your friends into
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
that they're
you won.
talking to a dead person.
That's you were a winner.
It's your grandma.
I'm not saying you are a good person,
no, yeah, you're a bad person
Yeah,
for that.
for sure, bad person.
Yeah.
but you are the winner.
Okay. All right. Feel free to comment and let us know how you win Ouija. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
It sure is. If it doesn't sound right, get your ears
Yeah.
checked.
Doris.
You win by contacting a ghost and being like, "Where'd you hide the money, John?"
Hello. Sorry, I can't hear you. You're breaking up. That's how you make the ghost run away. You tell them about the money you owed. Well,
Yeah, Ouija board is just prank calling ghosts.
Yeah.
the ghost has been really responsive. You bring up the money it owes, and then you're like, yeah, I think it left. I'm not getting anything.
Yeah, that's true though. You can be talking to a ghost and then go, I don't feel like doing this anymore, and just put it away, and that's hanging up on a ghost. That's see, that's another reason to leave them alone.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucked
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, you're ghosting me, and then
Yeah, I feel like you were waiting for that one.
nah,
You were
honestly,
wait for that one.
Nah, that was just it
You were
came
trying to
me
fit
in the
that in
moment.
anywhere.
No.
That's what it feels like.
No.
All right. So originally, before all of the script changes and additional footage and reshoots, the original version of the film actually had Doris Xander, which is the DZ, the main ghost.
Oh, it's DZ.
Yeah.
Oh, DZ.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say D's nuts. I was
Nah,
just
what
waiting
the
for it.
fuck, dude? What is wrong with
just-
you, bro? Can you take this seriously for 1 second, bro?
It would be funny if that's what they ended up spelling out.
These nuts. And then you see the ghost behind her. Oh, I'm doing a jerking off motion.
That's great. Yeah, for you audio listeners.
No,
That's
honestly, even the visuals, I'm doing it underneath the table. You
Yeah,
can't
he
even
did
see
it under the table. You can't even see.
That's
Yeah, but what do you mean to do? Fucking do it up here? It looks ridiculous.
All right. So, so that ghost originally, like when you actually see her, like the reveal, it wasn't like the lips sewn shut thing.
Yeah.
Those were part of the reshoots. Initially, she had half her face burned. And again, no real explanation for that. The
Well, the
house didn't
fires.
burn down. Like,
Yeah. The fire.
what was there a fire that
Yeah.
in the movie?
When she burned
Oh,
the
no, I
Ouija
just meant
board.
like fires happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Like generally speaking.
This is him in a board meeting explaining. He's like justifying how the movie has stuff. No, you
I'm
guys
the
know
guy that wrote
fires.
the movie? No, because like, fucking, dude, sometimes things burn.
Yeah, you guys know.
Yeah.
Come on.
The house didn't burn. Well, her whole body would be burned if the house burned down, but it's only half her face, so clearly the house is still standing.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay. So
Was it to symbolize the Ouija board burning?
Oh.
maybe. Ooh.
That would have been better. Honestly,
Dude,
I think they
not
should have
helping.
kept it.
Let's
Wait,
not
hold on. Is this movie good?
No,
Is this a good movie?
No.
Wait a second. I think we're on to. I think.
I think this movie might be a
Does anyone
classic.
have a Ouija board? Let's ask it. Was this a good movie?
Let's ask the boy.
Well, somebody thought it was a good movie because they did give it a sequel or a prequel.
We got to get our hands on a Ouija board and then ask it. Was the movie Ouija good?
Yeah.
And then
Did
see if
you-
it goes with no.
Did you feel like the movie was accurate?
Yeah, when
And
I
they're
did
like,
a little.
no.
I did a little writing, checking out the fun facts myself. I got one. Did you know they actually wrote this script by asking a Ouija board?
You know how long that would take to transcribe? Just letter.
They're like, I don't get it. And, I don't know. The ghosts
Yeah.
are telling us. I don't want to piss them off.
They still didn't credit the ghost.
No.
He's like, I wrote that whole fucking movie for you.
Oh, that's the most Hollywood thing ever, to steal a script idea from a ghost.
Oh man! Before
ghost.
AI, they were just using Ouija boards.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so
chat GPT, the G stands for ghost.
what's the P stand for?
Paranormal.
There you go.
Oh.
What's the T stand for?
Tactivity.
Hey, activity.
You could have went with transcription. That was paranormal
yeah.
transcription.
Okay,
Okay, that's what I meant to say.
So this seems conflicting to me, this little fun fact, but I much like to sell the Ouija board, you also need to like sell a movie to the public, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So one of the things they were doing on like the behind the scenes stuff to promote the movie was, they're like doing these interviews and they're asking them, did any of you guys experience any paranormal activity? Did anything happen?
Oh my God.
I would lie.
And they were all like, yes, this stuff happened on the set and stuff happened to us in our personal lives. And like
There's some bullshit.
yeah, they're like these weird experiences. Okay, so they said that, right? But after this movie came out, they were just doing interviews with like with random people on the set and like cast and crew and stuff. And Mary Jane Font, who did the costume design, said, yeah, the cast and crew used to play the Ouija board backstage. Or like off camera, and they were like they would be like, how much are we gonna make, like $100 million? And then they'd wait for it to answer.
It was like, no.
Dude, I hate these
They're like,
kids.
try it again.
Yeah, go for
Till they
90.
get a
Go for
yes.
90.
You're not getting the point of the movie. Neither am I. Neither is anyone, but still.
Yeah. So you could say maybe that happened after all of these off camera hangs where they were actually just playing with the Ouija board. But it sounds like they didn't take it serious at all. And then they lied about it in interviews, which, sell
There's
your
just that
movie.
one guy, though, that's just like, this Ouija board ruined my acting career.
Yeah, one person from this movie got a career out of it.
Yeah.
And everybody else was like, I don't know what happened.
I think it was the spirits kept me from blowing up. You sure it's not that dog shit movie you were in?
Hey, you know who probably feels cursed by this movie is the director, because this is his only credit as a director.
Aww.
I bet that's what he tells people. He's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, I did one movie about the Ouija board. They played it on set, and I was never able to get another job again.
Next thing you know, back to writing.
Yeah, next thing you know, back to writing. I swear that game is cursed.
Yeah.
You know what?
Take that thing away from me. I'll never step foot in the Target again.
I stay very far from the gaming aisle.
I thought it was Ouija. It's just sorry.
Get this thing away from me.
I can't look at a board game.
So here's the chicken and the egg question for you. The only other, so this is only directing credit.
Yeah.
He has a bunch of writing credits, and I'll tell you those in a second. But his last writing credit, besides this movie, is the sequel, which is
There's a sequel?
Yeah, it's called Origins. There's actually, I think there's like 3 or 4. But
Fuck you. No, that pisses me off.
I love how upset he gets at like stuff we already know.
No, I didn't. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, we already know.
Oh.
Yeah, we were.
That's so. They made fun. What the heck? If I saw this movie, what kind of sick, twisted producer looked at this movie and said, let's make 3 more?
Well, he wrote the second one called Ouija Origins of Evil. But that was the last thing he's done. He hasn't done anything since then.
Yeah, well, because
Is
the
he
Ouija
still
board won't
alive?
let him.
Yeah. Is
That's
he
what
still
yeah.
alive?
Were these 2 movies so bad they stopped him from working anymore?
Hopefully.
Or did he have some kind of experience that made him stop?
I mean, who's to say it wasn't both?
Yeah, low column A, low column B.
Yeah. Yeah, you're haunted, but your life's haunted, but also those were really bad.
Yeah, you actively have evil spirits trailing you around. It'd be fine if you made good movies. But
That'd be hilarious if the ghosts are like, actually, let's let him be. He's having a hard time. They started haunting him, and they're like, never mind, dude.
Yeah, don't use that as an excuse, dude. All directors have demons. Look at Josh Whedon.
Oh, that guy, dude.
Listen to our Buffy the Vampire episode if you haven't already. Also, check out our Patreon stuff I had to cut out of the episode about it.
Well, I am.
Fun stuff. Anyway,
I hate this movie.
This was a big piece of shit.
Dude, there was one guy there, it makes me feel so much better that they had freaking played the Ouija board and not taken it seriously and all that. Not that I would have either, but there was one act there where, and I want you to clip this, all right? I haven't said that in a while, but I want you to clip this. Go ahead and clip it right now.
Okay.
Just roll the clip. Look at that. Look at him trying to freaking just cover the pool with that pool cover right there. He's splashing it. That'll never work. That is genuinely, I genuinely think that's probably the worst acting I've ever seen. And you can quote me on that, and you can tag that actor, and you can let him know that he doesn't know how to fake trying to cover a swimming pool.
We're gonna make him answer for his crimes.
No, it's
we're gonna
ridiculous.
tag him.
Yeah.
We're gonna tag him.
Dude, he's like, this is literally him. Look at my hand. And he's doing that. And it's like going further away. It's like, yeah, no shit. You either grab it at it or you grab something because splashing is just going to make it go further away.
Yeah. Yeah. It was dumb.
You're a human. Use a tool.
You know who should really in trouble for this, who should really be held accountable, is the writer and director for putting it in a script and then shooting it. You didn't need that.
Yeah.
You did it to fill time for your dog shit movie.
Wait, actually, yeah, that whole part didn't need to exist.
No, not at all.
Everybody who, well, it was a foreshadowing. Because they did,
that's a good
remember
point.
they did,
Yeah,
he
actually,
did fall
yeah,
into
yeah.
the water under the plastic.
Okay,
Which I don't even remember how he got out.
Yeah. No, he
Damn, I think he might have just ruined your argument, dude.
No. It was still dumb.
No.
It was
He's
dumb.
still right. No,
Yeah,
he's
it was
still
shitty
right.
acting.
It was a shitty way to go about it.
Sure.
No, but you know what's hilarious is that he came out of the pool, he was dripping wet in their living room, and she's like, Trevor, or whatever his name is, and she fucking, she taps him, he goes, he looks at her with the closed mouth, and he's like, hey, and then he poofs into a puddle. It reminded me of the water clones from Naruto. I was like, bro, what the? He's like, he was this summoning?
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. It
was pretty bad though, but it's like, I feel like what they did is they did a callback to a joke that bombed.
Yeah.
You know, like it was just like, this clearly was a shit scene. Why are you bringing it back up?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, you remember this? And you're like, I guess.
I guess, man.
I think it was cool.
I'd like to not remember it.
It's cool that they're able to do the callback. I guess that gives it a little bit of credit, but every single death felt so unearned.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
First girl that died, it's like, first of all, why her? Because she's the least important of the main cast.
Oh, yeah.
She's the most expendable.
So I do want to talk about the director real quick. His name's Styles White. And I think... All right.
His name is what?
All right. The director's name is Styles White. and he basically all the stuff that he has writing credits for, he co-wrote with the co-writer of this film. Her name is Juliet Snowden. And Styles White. That is kind of...
Yeah.
Those are similar. Anyway.
They're drug dealers, dude.
For sure. Yeah.
100% drug dealers.
But the other stuff that they wrote is
like
also...
Styles White. Can we tuck in their shirts a little bit more?
Jesus Christ. Kid's on fire today. Anyway, so these are their other writing credits besides just the sequel to this. And the two of them together have written some real horse shit. I hope you're ready for this. The movie Boogeyman from 2005, not the 70s version. I think it was an 80s version too, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it dog shit?
It's so bad. It's really bad. It's another one of those like studio produced, like everybody's like, yeah, just throw a bunch of mid 2000s, like, yeah, to make a thing, people will go. Knowing, I don't know if you remember the movie Knowing.
No.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure that's the one with Nicolas Cage with the bad hair. I could be wrong about that, but I know I saw it back in the day and it was very underwhelming. The Possession, which is another, it was like a Exorcist style movie that didn't.
I was like, you can keep it.
Yeah.
Because of the possession.
Yep, sure.
Jesus Christ.
Knowing, I never heard of it.
Now
like unknowing.
Now this one, I
The
thought
trailer's just some guy going, it's not mine, I swear.
the possession is just you getting arrested. Officer. Okay, but the final one, I figured one of you guys would know. Do you guys familiar with the Proud Family?
The Proud Family?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good with that.
This guy wrote the screenplay for the Proud Family movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I've actually never seen the movie.
It's like his only credit that isn't like really bad horror. So
Maybe
that's
he
interesting.
should stick to that then.
Yeah. If he had stayed in animation and like kid stuff, maybe he would have. Well, because the dialogue, I don't even remember it from these other movies, but I know the dialogue from this was pretty simplistic and straightforward.
Yeah.
Kind of hate it.
That a kid could follow, and an adult might be like, "This seems very simplistic and straightforward." I mean, the
Oh my God, 3 different times, I think. There was a moment where someone gets a jump scare.
Yeah.
Oh, they think they see a ghost, and then it's just one of the characters going, "Hey, relax, it's just me."
Oh, yeah.
Literally multiple times. Oh my God.
the only thing worse than a jump scare being repeated is fake out jump scares being repeated.
Yeah.
Unless you use it to build tension, that's different. But they didn't use it to build tension. That was just like, this is the part in the movie that's scary.
I don't think there was never a single moment where tension was built. Like every time there was a hard cut and you're like, wait, they're here now?
Oh, dude, the worst one was the floss one where she's like flossing and then there's no like music build, no nothing. Like
No, she just all of a sudden
her mouth shut.
Yeah.
Like
It doesn't even make sense. Like again, like even by the movie's own like rules, you would think that the main girl would be the one to die first or something. I know she can't because she's the main girl, but it's like these other people were just tagging along.
Yeah.
She's the one asking the questions, doing all the.
Yeah, they just had their hands in there, you know?
Yep. That's
Feel
true
good about that?
Yeah.
No, that was fucking good.
Well, I wanted to tell you guys just so we could cover this because I feel like this is something that we've talked about a lot on the show. Is we talk about how people wind up in positions to get to do these movies and why they don't work out.
Yeah.
Like we talked about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where it's like, oh, the wife of the producer is the director. And like, I don't know if it just so happened that she's the best one for the job, you know, like, or these ones where it's like, yeah, so-and-so knew so-and-so.
Nepotism.
But this guy earned it through hard work.
Damn.
His fuck up.
Nice.
This is his path, and I thought you guys would appreciate this.
I kind of respect that then. You know,
Yeah. You fought your way to the top, and you found out you weren't supposed to be there.
You're like, there's so many people just like made the wrong decision to get me here.
Exactly. So in 1994, his first production job was a PA gig on Interview with the Vampire, and then he did a PA gig on Congo. The 90s for him for production work, if he had stayed in low-level production work, he would have done great. But he got promoted to production coordinator, which is a huge job. To go from being a PA, which you and I have done, like doing
I feel like coordinator is kind of like the next step, though. At least when I've done PA, it feels like they're just.
It is, but these are pretty big movies, and you would expect something else to be in between these two.
He'd go
or like a lead PA first,
and
then the PA coordinator.
Sure. So when he became the production coordinator, it was for Island of Dr. Moreau, Ghost in the Darkness, The Relic, and then a series of kids ones, Mouse Hunt, Polly, Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's Joe Dante.
Sixth Sense. Stan Winston Studio is who he was in cahoots with for all that production coordination. So they were the ones that really, if you want to be mad at anybody that the movie Ouija exists, Stan Winston Productions clearly got his feet in the door.
Yeah.
Both foots in the door.
Just to let you know, you come to Hollywood, you do some PA work, and you can make a shit fucking
You can do it.
pile of garbage movie if you really want to.
I even wrote out the timeline here just so you know what to do. Okay, from 1994 until 2003, he was a production assistant and production coordinator. And then from 03 till 2013, he was just a writer. And then in 2014, he became a director. And it didn't work out.
Yeah.
But if you spend 20 years eating shit,
you
also
can serve it.
Got him.
He said, I got a taste for this. I know how to.
He's like, we've been eating all this shit. You guys know I also shit.
He's just fucking eating a plateful. He's like, hey, wait. You want some? Take it.
There was someone who got a career out of this, and it's pretty cool because she's actually a pretty good actress, and it all kind of worked out for her. Olivia Cook. She played the best friend that's trying to solve the whole thing. Lainey, right?
Yeah.
So she was in Bates Motel. She was in Ready Player One, Sound of Metal, Pixie, The Good Mother, House of Dragon. or House of Dragons, right? Isn't that what the thing's called? Whatever. All that stuff.
You did good.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. So it's at least somebody got something positive out of this. You know,
that's true.
Lin Shaye was fine. She was already a big actress. The tagline for this film was called "Keep telling yourself it's just a game," which was the Ouija board game sales slogan once Hasbro took it over.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah. It's like that's literally. I mean, it is.
So that might be the most clever thing they did was double use the tagline.
Yeah.
So good job, whoever decided to do that.
Yeah,
I like it being said sarcastically. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that, bud.
Yeah.
Keep telling yourself it's just a game. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Pull out your receipt from Target. Just a game.
There's a game. Keep saying it.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Also,
See
like
what
I,
fucking happens.
Like no matter what, it's like passive aggressive to you.
I like how Zach said it was the most clever thing they did was not use any creativity and just use something that was pre-existing.
Yeah.
Well, it's creative to use the board game and make it work.
Yeah, I mean,
You know.
I'm taking the concept, putting it on its head
Yeah, a little bit.
into the dirt.
You're right. It's a little on the nose. So let's move on.
No, I mean, I
it's-
wasn't trying to not give them
No, you
credit.
got it.
I took a couple notes on the movie. One being, fair warning, I was drunk when I wrote this.
All right.
She killed herself with Christmas lights. And I wrote, if I had killed myself with Christmas lights, no one would question whether or not I did kill myself.
Yeah.
They'd be like, that kind of checks out.
Because it's the trauma associated with Christmas.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know at home, I just want to say that Christmas can be a very challenging time for a lot
This
of
is a
people.
challenging time.
And, you know, it brings up a lot. So, Merry Christmas.
It's November.
You think? No. It's just, it's the best holiday in the world. Well, we just celebrated Halloween and nobody was hurt. So,
Well,
Great point.
Well, people died.
All right.
People died this year.
It happens every day. They just don't.
Yeah, it's just
if
they-
it happens at a block party, people get more upset. But
When it
every
happens
day.
in Halloween, people are like, "Oh my god," you know. But it does happen every
What
day.
else you got there?
Let's see. All the things that they made spooky were just ADHD. It's like she walks in and like the doors are open and the stove is on and it was just like you just forgot.
That's so funny that
You
you
just
watched it and
forgot.
went, "Oh, I do that."
I was like, was this supposed to be scary to
I like that
people?
you're like, "Am I a ghost?" Or do I have ADHD?
That's Megan calls me Phantasma. Because she comes into the kitchen and all the things are open.
That's so funny. The other day, he
It's
just walked away.
ghost in Portuguese.
Yeah. The other day, he just walked away from the fridge and the door was open. I was like, "Ray," he was like, "What's up?" Oh no, that's a ghost, not me.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I've been playing the Ouija board a lot.
well, Ouija, close it already?
You have more?
I did write a lot.
Oh my god!
Some of this
I
is
don't know if we have
incoherent.
time for all
Jesus
this.
Christ.
Some of this is incoherent. Tell you what, pick.
No, I read through them already. I read through them already. I read it, so
okay.
I know which ones are not
All
incoherent.
right, pick the two best ones and knock them out so we can.
I
get
think I
this-
already done them.
Okay.
He's
like, no, the rest of these are
it's
bad.
white woman on white woman crime.
Yeah.
There's a lot of white women on white woman crime in this movie.
Oh yeah. This is the best part about.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
It's almost predominantly white women in this movie. There's like one brown
From
girl.
Hollywood?
Oh yeah.
Fucking-
Come on.
Well, I mean, this was the 2000s. Diversify a little bit,
2014, but it felt like the 2000s.
right?
Yep. It felt like
Well, because
Boogeyman
what
all
was
over
taught to
again.
me was
2022.
2022. Okay, so yeah, this is a whole 10-year difference, close to it.
I'm going to tell you guys a cool thing that they did to. Now this is where everyone that worked on the movie, you know, it is tough to get a movie made, and we do want to acknowledge that the people that worked on this film probably worked very hard to make it. And you know, it's not their fault that whoever vision it was didn't come together. Those people, those actors and that cast and crew worked their asses off.
So it's
and
fault.
they deserve the money that they got paid. They probably deserve more, honestly.
Yeah. Well, just because I think the direction was garbage and the writing was garbage and the acting was garbage.
But even if your acting's garbage, you still deserve your paycheck.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
someone cast you for that. That's not
And I
your
honestly,
fault.
dude, that's the American
It's not
dream
your fault,
for
yeah.
that director to like fucking. He worked so hard for 20 years, and
Yep.
then
But you know what? The lighting guy fucking killed it, dude.
did he?
The lighting guy killed it.
Lighting
Set
guy
that killed it.
Set that killed it.
Costume design did great.
Cinematography killed it.
I'm telling you, everybody who didn't make
Cinematography
this,
was pretty on
everybody
point.
who didn't make this movie did great.
Yeah. there was that one scene where they walk into the room and there's a mirror on the other side.
Yeah.
Which it's like the shot looks great.
Yeah.
It's zero reason to be that way.
Absolutely.
Like there was it didn't make sense for the story or whatever.
The
But I know
cinematographer was like, "You need to let me do one thing cool. I'm going to blow my fucking head off." But who deserves a big fucking raise is whoever was in charge of marketing for this movie.
Oh, yeah.
This person, so they did those interviews where they had them like saying, it's haunted and shit. But someone contacted Emily, what's her name? Emily Kinney, I think is her name, the one that plays Beth on Walking Dead, the blonde girl. You guys know what I'm talking about? So someone contacted her and they were like, hey, or she did it on her own, which is how it appears. But I'm going to guess that she didn't on her own hear about a movie called Ouija and then go, you know what? I'm going to help. She promoted the movie on her YouTube channel, and then she actually helped do a live seance where people could tweet in questions, and then they answered them on the Ouija board. And it's on YouTube. You can go watch it. Her promotional stuff and the live seance thing.
That's cool.
I was actually watching it while you guys were out. You were editing. He was out doing stuff. Well, it is a great idea, and it was done before everybody really found out how not good the movie was. So
yeah.
That's the best time to do it.
yeah. Let's wrap this up so we can get into the next thing.
Yeah, because I'm so tired of talking about the fucking
Yeah, we already covered that's bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
but
my
anyway.
grandmother does think she lost her house to the Ouija board.
And she did.
Huh?
And she did. She absolutely did.
No, she lost her house because no one in that house spoke English besides the teenagers that live there. So yeah, when you have teenagers doing all your paperwork because you can't translate it, you're likely to lose your house. Oops. The life of an immigrant.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
On that very positive and very real note.
Yeah, there you go.
We're going to hop into budget and box office and Rotten Tomatoes. Let's start with budget and box office. I believe last time Sean was up quite a bit, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
But the
yeah.
other movie, I did see the numbers. I don't forget it. I kind of forget them a little bit, but so. I
But
don't
you
know
did,
if
but
that-
you don't know this one, right?
No.
Okay.
No, I have no idea on this one either.
Okay.
It's easier when like they're on Netflix because then I could just focus on that without
Yeah.
like looking into it.
Well,
Looking into it.
I
He
go
started
first?
drawing a nutsack on my paper here, so he wound up looking at the Talk to Me
Yeah.
scores. So.
And we did go over the Talk to Me scores.
Can I
before,
go? Can I
think.
go first?
yeah,
But it's been a while.
absolutely. Okay, so I was actually going to say you get to pick. So,
Budget. Well, they don't have famous. 2 million.
2 million. Okay.
And box office. I think it did well. 41 million.
Okay.
Beat that.
Okay,
million.
so
Okay.
I think it made at the box office. Going backwards here.
Okay.
I think it made 25 million.
Okay.
But I think would you say you said 2 million
Yeah.
for budget? I'd say 4 million.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Just
how,
'cause-
so I got both.
So what? All right. So I'm going to start with budget because that one is you guys are both in the right ballpark.
Right, because I feel like regardless, they got a good turnout because they made another one.
Sure. Yeah. But budget wise is what I'm going to start with. And you guys were both in the ballpark. It was 5 million. So
Ooh.
Ray got you. Ray got you, baby.
Oh yeah.
That was the one I was feeling more confident about. Shit.
Okay. Now, so that's one for Ray. Now, this part is going to blow your dicks off, guys. I truly.
Is it gonna make me mad?
It's
Going to
way
make
more.
You're
It's
both
way
gonna be,
more.
You're both
than
going to
I
be
said.
so mad, and this is part of what I was saying about how they deserve a fucking raise for the marketing on this film. Mm-hmm. It's $103 million.
What
Get
the
the
fuck? Is that
fuck
the
outta
most
here,
we've
dude.
seen on this show?
No, but
No.
it's not. But that's a huge
What was higher than that?
Purge. I think was higher.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Purge,
Yeah, Purge made
Okay, but
quite a
still,
bit
it's
of
fucking
money.
up there.
Yeah.
Wow.
That means whatever it was. I mean, it had to be opening weekend. They must have made it because by the time word got out, it must have been like.
That makes me so fucking mad, dude.
So
That makes me so mad.
on a technicality, Sean gets that one.
I love how that guy, honestly, now I'm like, I kind of feel bad for the dude. He made so much money off this. It was bad, but like, damn, they're like,
That's how you know you made a bad movie. If you make that kind of profit and then no one gives you another chance to direct, they're like, thank you so much for making all that money.
yeah, we're going to keep milking this thing, but you're cut.
Yeah.
You want to write the next one? You can write the next one. Okay.
He's just like, I think the Ouija curse fucking destroyed my career as he's like wiping his face with $100 bill.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, man, I don't know if the curse is what made you shoot that poorly. I don't know. Okay, so that's a tie on that one. So here we go. Let's try to break that tie. Let's do Rotten Tomatoes. Sean, I'm going to say you still get first pick on this.
All right. I think audience. Oh, wait, no. Critics first?
Critics first, if you can.
Critics, I think. I mean, it's got to be like fucking. I'll go 20%.
Okay.
Oh, real low.
Audience, I'll say. I think, well, because Rotten Tomatoes is really like. I feel like it gets very. Like, if you think it's bad, you just vote yes or no as an audience, right? So I'm going to say, like, honestly, for me, I want to go 10%.
Okay.
20 and 10.
20 and 10?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
20
So I'm
and
going to
10.
go. I'm going to go 30 for critics.
Okay.
And then audience, I'm gonna say 50.
Okay.
Because like I feel like
There's
the
no
audience,
way.
I feel like the audience would like have liked it.
There's
I made
no way.
$100
There's
million.
No, no. And you can stop talking about it because watch. Well, how much was it?
So this part's going to make you guys so happy. This is the complete inverse of the budget box office situation.
Yeah.
The critic score is 6%.
Holy shit.
I looked through in 89 reviews, 5 of them were good.
Oh my god!
Holy.
And even that's
fuck.
surprising.
And you know who called it good? All the like mainstream outlets called
Really?
it good,
Yeah.
and all the horror outlets, the ones who always like tip things like Uncle Sam and like stuff like that. All of them were like, because they could smell it. They were like, "You're trying to sell us bullshit."
Yeah.
If a horror director goes and makes something and they kind of miss the mark, but it's still funny, they'll give you the pass. But if you make something and they know you're just trying to make money off us, and they're like, "We went and spent money and you fucked us. Fuck you."
Yeah.
Because they didn't have to spend money to get. They had to go to the video store to see Uncle Sam. It cost them $3. You know, they went and spent fucking $20 on it to go out on a date or something. You know,
watch this
to go see
bullshit.
this fucking dog shit. They knew. They were like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
So the audience. So the critic score is 6%, which gives it to, I believe, to Sean.
Yeah.
Yep.
I went low.
And then the audience score did slightly better, and I think that's because there's a bunch of dum-dums that went to go see this, which is the same reason why some of the movies we love get lower scores, because those same dum-dums go to see stuff they don't understand. 24%.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
So-
And that's out of 25,000 reviews. So,
holy shit.
yeah. I
Still
don't know
bad.
who took the time. But
How
yeah.
the fuck did this movie make $100 million?
That's so insane.
I don't
no
understand it.
It makes zero fucking sense, dude.
That's so insane.
So
Genuinely, I think the worst movie. I mean, like, I'm not counting that Disneyland one or whatever. Like,
the worst studio produced,
yeah,
major studio produced one.
yeah.
I don't know, man. The Amityville remake's pretty bad.
Amityville remake was pretty bad, but I mean, at
Jaws
least we got
3
to
is
see
definitely
Ryan
worse.
Reynolds with his shirt off. I think that was a redeeming.
No, but at least I
quality
could.
of that movie.
Yeah. Because honestly, genuinely, yes, and also,
No, Ryan Reynolds was pretty good in that movie.
yeah.
Like,
And
he
like,
was-
it's just this is hard to follow. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
at least I could understand what was going on,
Right.
even if I didn't like it. This one, I'm like, it's so simple yet so bad and hard to follow.
yeah,
it's impressive.
The Escape from Tomorrow thing was just some indie bullshit. Like this was like a major motion picture that was like
yeah.
backed by major fucking studios.
If someone hands you $5 million and you make something this bad, you did it on purpose.
oh yeah, yeah.
It feels like. And you know, here's the thing that we do have to point out, though. You never know how much the studio meddled with it, and it's his first time directing, so you never know how much. I mean, it's very possible that if they force these kind of reshoots on him, it's very possible that that the studio is very heavy-handed in fucking him on this.
I could see that just because, again, it didn't flow well. I could see like the reshoots kind of messing that up.
And he's a company man, so he probably was just going along with whatever they said because he's fucking put 20 years in. And he's like, surely if I do what they say, they won't fuck me regardless. You know, he makes them all this money, and they still were like, nah.
And on top of that, like this movie, like it wasn't so bad that it was even funny.
Right.
You know, it was just boring as shit, and I didn't know what was going on. I sat down 3 separate times to watch this movie, and I fell asleep every fucking time.
Yeah.
If your movie not get through this movie, dude.
If your movie's not going to make sense, it better be funny or at least entertaining on some level. Like Uncle Sam's fucking crazy nonsense, but at least it's funny. Like you know, they blew up a house with a cannonball. It's hilarious. Anyway, so that's our coverage of Ouija. So that's part 1 of our series on speaking to the dead. So we appreciate you being with us. Make sure you check out part 2 where we're going to talk about Talk to Me. That'll be out next week. And we're going to go ahead and record that while you guys go live your lives.
Have a good time.
Great.
Man getting bit by an alligator string.
Swallow this.